simple.
the work, like, I think it's finally happening. I know that you're black pilled, strongman, but I still I'm almost on there. I'm almost there with you, but I still have a sliver of hope.
Take
that
it.
the
Right up
YouTube
the butt.
audience.
Take it.
These guys are assholes.
Oh, what? You're upset because they calling people out for the BS? For shilling FTX? For taking advantage of their audience? For selling BS courses? For selling some stupid call-out rooms and Patreons and Discords and etc.? Why? Because they're actually doing a good job of making you aware of the people that you should be looking out for?
No, it's just they didn't invite me on their podcast. So, this whole FTX debacle has really tainted the financial literacy space on YouTube. It's made this space even more divisive. There's a lot of people who are hurt. There's a lot of people who have been burned. There's a lot of people who lost money. There are a lot of angry people. And a lot of people's reputation got ruined. So I'm going to sit here and I'm going to have a conversation with you. I was hoping to do this with some of my buddies, but they were busy with their daily lives, and they have their own channel that they go on. And I also try to shoot my shot with CoffeeZilla and Spencer Cornelia. I was hoping they both can come on here and we can talk about this, because I actually see both sides, and that's what I want to talk about. Hence why I call this episode The Devil's Advocate. Obviously, CoffeeZilla didn't respond. Who am I? I just have 5,000 subscribers. Spencer Cornelia did, so thank you so much for your polite words and actually responding. But we're here in this really weird space now. And I want to have this conversation, like a real conversation with y'all, and hopefully this can resonate with you, and hopefully this is relatable, and hopefully you stay all the way through the end, because it's not going to be funny. I know I did a skit that's just try to be funny, but this is not going to be funny. I've been watching a lot of YouTubers and reaction videos to the Graham Stephan, the Meet Kevin, the Jeremy Financial, Tom Nash, Andre Jick, and etc. Full transparency, I don't know any of those guys personally except Tom Nash. I get along with him. I do. I interviewed him on my channel. In fact, I actually did not like the guy at first for a very long time because I felt like he was giving terrible advice. I don't know the rest of the other guys. I don't know Graham Stephan. I don't know Meet Kevin. I know nothing about them beyond what I see on YouTube. And this is the thing, what I have learned since I've been on this space. You are the consumer of the content that these people are creating, but you don't truly know who these people are. In fact, you don't even know who I am. If you're brand new to my channel, thank you for stopping by. Click the subscribe button and please give a thumbs up if you enjoy this content. But everyone else who's been rocking with me for a while, you don't really know who I am. You just think you know who I am because I chose to show you what I wanted to show you. In fact, I could be some rich, wealthy guy who's doing pretty well with himself and just chooses not to show off his wealth because I want to be relatable. Or I could be some bum who's sleeping in my sister's bedroom and I'm using her children in my videos and posing them as if they're mine just to be more relatable. Or I could be who I've been showing you since day one. You truly don't know who these people really are behind the camera. All you know is what they're willing to show you. And I learned that quickly. Again, I didn't care for Tom Nash. Ended up actually being a very nice, likable guy. There's another YouTuber I supported from the get-go since the beginning. Seemed like a very nice guy in front of a camera. But in fact, he was a condescending asshole. Chris Norland. So don't be fooled by the people that you see in front of the camera because you truly don't know who these people really are. You just know what they tell you. And when I realized on my journey through trying to become a full-time trader and like a better investor, I quickly learned that there are a lot of scammers and liars out there. There's people that will convince you on something and make you believe something so you buy into them. Because as a YouTuber, you are the consumer, but you also hold the power and you choose who is successful and who's not. I assume that most people like me because I am transparent. And I told myself when I start my channel, I am going to be as transparent as possible. to the extent that I feel comfortable. A lot of you never ask that question of, let me see your portfolio in the YouTubers that you follow, or the trading advice you're getting from these individuals. Let me see your portfolio. Most of these YouTubers that you follow that are on the top, the ones who took the FTX deal, they are influencers for a reason. They have a huge subscriber base because you gave them the power, and now they became the puppet master. So now, therefore, they're telling you what you should think and believe. And what I've learned in this space, because I was one of them, for 2 years I relied on another man telling me what I should buy in my portfolio, not doing research myself, not educating myself, not understanding what financials are, what technical analysis is, what fundamental analysis is. I failed at that myself, but I can't blame that person. But what I can do is say, that guy is a fraud. He is a liar. He's doing this just to take your money, because in fact, that's what he was doing. To build a brand for himself, to seem like he's the smartest man in the room, but the reality is he wasn't. And that's what a lot of these influencers, if anything has been exposed here with this FTX debacle, is that these people that you put at a high pedestal are really not as smart as you thought they were. Like I said, I don't know most of these people. In fact, I know more of the grifter slayers, the echoes from above, the strongman personal finance, the capital mindset, the investing with cola. I know them more than I know any other people in that space. And yes, these guys don't have thousands of subscribers. Okay, I'm sorry. They have at least 10,000. Most of us have close to 10,000 subscribers, but not more than that. Yet, when you go to their channel, you will actually find true value. But these people on the bottom have been ignored for these people on top who really don't add any value besides being entertaining. Because I'm going to be very real with you. On my channel, it's more entertainment than anything else. But I don't sit here and act like I'm a genius. I don't sit here and tell you that I am this guru or that I am the best at fundamental analysis and technical analysis and trading and all this other stuff. In fact, I downplay majority of my skills because I don't want to come across like a douchebag who thinks he knows everything. Because the fact is, in this space, you can't know everything. And more than not, at one point or another, you will be wrong. But here's the thing with this whole FTX debacle. I can't speak for everybody else, but like I said, I interviewed Tom Nash. And on my channel, I actually brought up FTX. This is before the entire collapse of FTX. And he told me how much he was getting paid. I believe it was $40K a month. And he only had a relationship with him for 1 month because nobody was apparently signing up. And therefore, they dropped him as a client because they didn't see any value in him. Do I believe that statement? I do. Because I saw that Graham Steffens was getting sponsored for many, many months. But here's the deal. When I talked to Tom Nash, I gave him a side eye about FTX because something just seemed off about it. But he really, truly believed that it was a legitimate company. They had real people backing them. BlackRock, SoftBank. You had these celebrities, Steph Curry. You had Gisele Bündchen. You had Tom Brady. You had all these actors who were in the commercials for the Super Bowl. There was all this stuff that kind of made it seem like they were legitimate, but there was still something off. But that's me. I just feel there's something off with crypto in general. In general, I feel like there's something off. Hence the reason why I just didn't believe in that. I find it weird. Why put money in this unregulated brokerage company that's probably not even here in America? But they had a different mindset. And yes, maybe the money clouded their judgment. For sure. $40,000 is a lot of money. Like I said, I'm going to play devil's advocate here. But first, I am going to hold them accountable for what they did. Because I know a lot of them, they do their apology, but in the back of the head, they may believe, you know what? I didn't do anything wrong. I got paid to do a sponsorship. It is what it is. I thought it was real. But here's the conversation like I had with Tom Nash on my podcast. I keep shilling my podcast. But yes, there was a podcast I did with him. You guys should check it out. But I kept mentioning to him about the shitty stock picks that he had. And he talked about it. He said he didn't realize the amount of power that he really had and how much influence he had. Because sometimes when you are a nobody and all of a sudden you blow up and you're like, man, people really love me. They like me. Oh my God, this is amazing. Let me keep doing what brings more viewers to my channel. And unfortunately, I don't know why YouTube is like this, but they like to push the shitty stocks, the Palantirs, the SoFis, the Tesla. That's all what they like to push in front of you. So as a content creator, can you imagine that? I know for a fact I can blow up if I talk about SoFi, Palantir, Tesla on a daily basis in a positive way. I guarantee you my channel will blow up. But I choose not to do that. Why? Because I don't believe in those companies. There's stuff that's off. It's highly risky. I don't want my subscribers to fall into this rabbit hole and get the rug pulled out from underneath them. I don't want that. And maybe some of these YouTubers who have thousands to millions of subscribers didn't think about that. All they saw was like, oh my God, people like me. I'm doing these videos. People seem to react to SoFi and Palantir and Tesla and Tattoo Chef and Coinbase and Affirm and Peloton. People really seem to like these stocks. I'm going to keep talking about it, how it's a great investment, on how it's going to 4X, or how a freaking TV dinner is going to be the next Tesla. How is that even possible? Think about that for a second. As a consumer, what makes you think Tattoo Chef is going to be the next Tesla? But this is what these people were doing. And you want to know why? Because this is their livelihood. I know for a fact this, and I can't speak for everybody else, especially the Grifter Slayer group. I can't speak for them, but I know this. I know myself. If I was making $50,000 to $60,000 a month doing YouTube, man, I would quit everything that I'm doing. I would just focus on YouTube. But that's also the problem, right? Because now you have all these content creators who blew up. These guys were real. Most of these guys who are on the top, they were real estate agents who now blew up. And now it's like their business is YouTube. They make their money off of YouTube and sponsorships. They're monetizing their brand, and their brand is them. And their brand is them being this financial guru, a person who knows a lot more than you do. That's what they convinced you to believe, that they know more than you do, that their opinion holds more weight than your own opinion, that their feelings about something holds more weight than your feelings. And then you see a community full of people who are like, yeah, I support you 100%. Oh my God, you're so honest. And it starts building up this ego. And then all of a sudden you think you're unstoppable until you no longer are like they are now. But what happened here is a pure example of what happens when, as consumers, you give these people too much power and you don't hold them accountable for anything. For crying out loud, meet Kevin, which was one of the main guys that I used to remember seeing who was shilling FTX, is now a Yahoo Finance being called a financial analyst and is talking about the downfall of FTX and doesn't mention a single time that he was part of the problem. In fact, he never actually did a video to apologize. He did a little community post, written little community post. So that should show you his character. But yes, there was other people. Graham Stephan, he did a video, and it genuinely seemed like he meant everything that he said. Tom Nash's first apology was The second one was from the heart. I believe that. Some of these people, I feel like, are genuine, and they did not mean to hurt their audience. In fact, I don't think any of these influencers really meant to hurt their audience. I think many of them didn't even look beyond the fact that, hey, I have a huge following, I'm making all this money on YouTube, and now I have sponsorships that are coming out of the wazoo, and I'm getting paid amazing money to do this. And my question to everyone who hates these guys now, what would you have done if you were the content creator and you blew up all of a sudden? Would you have taken it? Because I'm going to be honest with you guys. Me? No, I wouldn't have taken it only because it was crypto related. Had it been any other brokerage company or something that was like, hey, you could put your stocks in here, or you could buy stocks in this company where we're FCC regulated, whatever. I looked into it and it seemed like it was legit. I probably would have sponsored those videos. Yes, I absolutely would have. I'm just not a crypto guy. There's something off on it. That's the reason why I would never, ever do it. In fact, I get offers all the time in my email box for me to sponsor NFTs, crypto coins, and some BS games and futures challenge brokerages I never heard of before. And I don't know if they're real or not, but my answer always is no, thank you. I don't do crypto NFTs or these future challenge brokerages that are not on the top 3 that I'm aware of. And that's it. We never even get to the discussion of money. You want to know why? Because I don't ever want to get tempted by the money. But anybody who tells you that they make content just because that's a lie. Everybody here on YouTube wants to make money. Everybody here wants to get monetized. Everyone wants to make this a full-time business. But now we're here in this financial literacy space, which is a niche within YouTube. And these guys at the top have tainted it for everybody going down all the way to the bottom. They have. And yes, these guys are going to pay for it. By how? How are they going to pay for it? You're probably wondering. Yeah, some of these guys I know put money into FTX and they've lost that. Cool. But best believe their sponsors who probably pull their sponsorship away from these guys. They have to make public apologies. They have subscribers who have disappeared. They have a bunch of angry people in the chats, I'm sure, probably tell them, screw you, you screwed me over, all this other stuff. Best believe they're getting hell as well. But what do you expect from them in the end of the day? And this is a side where I want to play the devil's advocate. What are they supposed to do at this point? They have nothing they can do besides apologize. But you'd be surprised how far an apology can go. A genuine apology. And that's what I mean, because some of those guys didn't really give a genuine apology. And that's the part where I saw the CoffeeZilla and the Spencer Cornelia video, and I'm like, man, they both have valid points. But clearly I understand Spencer, these are his friends. But no, Spencer, you cannot say that these guys have zero accountability.
My final argument is that there's no reasonable logical path pointing to finance YouTubers as being scammers for promoting what everyone believed to be a well-run operation.
Nobody should be mad at them. That's absolutely BS, man. People will be mad. They are part of the problem. They may not be 100% of the problem because let's be real. The majority of the problem goes to Sam Bankman-Fried. But 5 to 10% does go to these influencers because they're influencers. That is what they are. And that's why FTX paid them, because they want to pay them good money to influence their audience to put their money in FTX. But that's where I have to disagree with CoffeeZilla and the grifters a little bit. The grifter slayers, I mean. What would you have done in this situation? Realistically, what would you have done? If this was your career, YouTube was your career, what would you have done? If a company comes to you that seems legitimate and you're in the finance space, and let's say you actually like crypto, what would you have done? You probably would have taken the sponsorships. Let's be real. Granted, I will say this, Strongman Personal Finance, for months he's been saying FTX is a scam. Digital Voyager is a scam. That other one, I think he also said Binance is a scam. I'm not sure. But yes, and he was absolutely right. But you know what? Nobody listened to him. Do you want to know why? Because people rather listen to the person who has 1 million followers and subscribers than a person who only has 10. And one thing I've learned in this space is that a lot of these people I've been connecting with and I've been interviewing, a lot of these people are small YouTubers, but you know what they have? They actually have true integrity and they actually offer real value and real advice. They don't take you on this crazy journey down La La Land where you're going to lose all your money and make these outrageous claims about how you can get rich overnight. And they actually, for the most part, most of them share their portfolios. And that's transparency there for you, which you will not get from majority of these big YouTubers. But let's also talk about the big YouTubers that didn't take the deals. Plain Bagel, from my understanding, didn't take the FTX deal. Another one called In the Money, he even shared his email on his YouTube channel. He's like, I didn't take the money. And that's what I'm saying. There are all various different types of YouTubers. Not everyone is the same. Again, I don't know Graham Steffens. I don't know any of those people. Spencer, clearly you do, so you know these guys better. But from the outside world, it seems like these guys took advantage of their audience, intentional or not. And that's where I have to kind of fight back on the grifter slayers. It's like, we cannot assume that these guys just really want to take advantage of their audience and didn't care about their audience. We can't assume that they're all the same. And I get the biggest argument is like, you know, Tom Brady was just a football player. Gisele Bündchen is just a model. Kevin O'Reilly is just a TV personality on Shark Tank. These people got paid to promote it. These influencers, they're in the finance space. They should have known better. But what we clearly have learned at this point, and for months we've known this, a lot of these guys don't know anything. So what made you think that they really thought or would be able to really dissect and analyze FTX and know that this was just a BS company? They've already proven that they're not good in this financial literacy game by their picks. So are we surprised that they were being sponsored by FTX and that they're shilling FTX and now it went to zero. Are we really surprised? No, we're not. These guys are just trying to survive off of YouTube and be entertaining and make sure they don't lose subscribers. But this is the world that we live in now. And what sucks is that because of FTX, because of Sam, it has trickled from the top down. Now you're going to have people who are going to automatically assume that we are all in the same camp, which we are. We are all in a financial literacy space. And now it has been completely tainted. Why would anyone believe us we don't even have that many followers or subscribers? Why would they believe us if the big guys, the top dogs, the ones who are everywhere on YouTube are just full of BS and they know nothing? What makes them believe that we know anything? And it sucks. But here's the thing when I want to address the consumers. You guys have catapulted the Meet Kevins, the Jeremy Financial, the Andre Jick, the Grant Steffens, the Tom Nashes. You have catapulted them to this high level. You have done that, you as a consumer. And then somewhere at one point or another, they became the puppet masters of you. And now they're telling you what you should and should not buy. But ultimately, that has never been financial advice. Most of them know nothing. Nothing. To this day, I still get hit up by people. They're like, hey, man, what should I buy? What do you think of this? I don't know. What do you think of it? You need to do the research. You need to decide. Just because I have a YouTube channel does not mean I'm some guru. In fact, my channel is called Trading with a Dummy for a reason. I'm just like you. I just enjoy doing this in front of a camera and talking and being somewhat entertaining. And I'm glad you guys resonate with me. And hopefully I don't ever disappoint you. But I can tell you this, I've seen it myself. When I start going down that road of trying to provide real good companies that are doing well, that are profitable, that have been beating the market, when I try to present those, nobody cares because people just want to hear the hot topic, the SoFi, the Palantir, the Tesla, the Tattoo Chef. That's what people want to hear. Bitcoin, crypto, Dogecoin, Shiba Inu. That's what you guys want to hear. Because you are showing us that that's what you want to hear by viewing and liking these people who are talking about these shitty companies, these shitty stocks, these shitty cryptos, these pump and dumps. This is what you are showing, that this is what you like. Clearly, everybody liked FTX. That's why they kept sponsoring these financial literacy gurus, because you guys kept signing up. So no, it's not 100% their fault either. You have the power. You legitimately have the power. As a viewer, as a consumer of the content here on YouTube, you choose who makes it and doesn't make it. So the reality is, I am just a puppet. You are the puppet master. And I hope you like my content enough to subscribe, like, and share. And hopefully you will help me grow my channel and all the other smaller YouTubers who really have good value that they provide on a daily basis and they put work into and they try to help you be better investors and better traders. Hopefully you will start supporting them and you will show with your support by subscribing and building up their platform to the point where we can have them be more prominent versus the ones who are just reading stuff off of Bloomberg, Wall Street Journal, or Yahoo Finance. Because like I said, you are the driver. I am just a passenger. My name is Mark. You're watching Trading with a Dummy. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. Comment below. See you in the next video.